Has that happened?
Not at all, but in the interest of the collective norms of NAPSA, not about this is the girls, this is about girls, this is the boys, this is about boys. Sometime 2011 there was all girls conference that was organized. It was actually an idea that was conceived by the girls themselves, but it was not something that they're saying we are girls, we should have this done. We did that upon discovering certain things happening in the structure. There was a school that we visited, and unfortunately we found a lot of girls outside the school premises. They came late, and the school rule is saying if you come late you will have to lose a period before heading in. And when we approached the girls about why they are outside, what we were made to understand was some of them will have to do certain domestic chores in the morning before going to school, and with that they couldn't measure up with the time. And when we realized that, we think it was a cause for concern, because
the girls told you that they have domestic chores
to do in the morning,
during the morning, and cannot go to school on time. And you buy that?
No, not actually buying.
No, but telling me that you thought that that was a point for you to go and.
That was of course, it was a point in both areas, in the area of the home settings, in the area of the girls themselves. We have understood that maybe your time, the time of other people.
Do you go to school late?
No.
Why should the girls go to school late?
Like I said, they said they have domestic chores to do.
And you believe in that?
I believe in that. I believe in that. They have domestic chores to do, but should that be the reason why they go to school late?
Absolutely. Did you take that into consideration?
We do took that into consideration, and we've started addressing them in the first place. And what we realized that addressing themselves is not the solution, because when problem occurs, there are parties that are concerned about the problem. And in a bid to solving that problem, all those parties must be met. And they must all be aware that this is a problem in which I contribute to. That was why we didn't stop at addressing the students. We've conducted all girls conference, invited parents, members of PTA and SMC committee members, and discussed the issue with them. This is how it happens, and in most schools, some of the girls will go to school late as a result of domestic chores that they are supposed to do before leaving home.
And what did the parents say?
It was a multiple of issues. Some brought up their suggestions about, the family settings. You are there with your mom, and if the mom is at least a little bit that old, that will not be able to do certain works, you as the child will have to do it. A lot of things will come from the parents that they are supposed to do it in terms of our traditions, in terms of our norms, in terms of cultures. We understand all that thing. We don't actually believe, in the subject about doing works will make you go to school late. We have understood there are a lot of people, that go to school late. We have, look at the structure, executive structure. We have ministers who were females. And I suppose it was not how it was going when they were there. So it should not be an excuse of...
I hope you're not implying that the female ministers go to work late.
I am not implying that. I am not implying that. I was even trying to connect it when they were young, as those girls were going to school. We're seeing at least improvements in that line.
National Patriotic Students Association, I'm sure the president have his heart with you, of course, because he is very, very much into helping students. You know the amount of students that are outside the Gambia studying.
Very well, very well.
It's so much.
Very well.
And the number of students that are being sponsored in tertiary institutions here are so much. What is NAPSA doing to complement the efforts of the government of this country?
I think NAPSA's coming to be NAPSA.
It's coming to be NAPSA.
NAPSA's coming to be NAPSA is already a step in a direction of complementing the efforts of government. Since our inception, in the executive structure of NAPSA, it is about voluntarism. None of the executive is paid anything. And upon graduating, you happen to become executive member. You spend a little of your lifetime to the cause of the students. That is complementing the efforts of government. When we see there are situations that are arising in the school settings, in our school environment, we will not wait for, you see, that is the beauty about NAPSA. That is the beauty about NAPSA. We believe in the doctrine of dialogue. When it happens in Bansang and Armitage, we didn't wait for anybody to tell us that there is a problem happening this, you have to go. We rushed there through support from MOPSI. In fact, it was NAPSA that notified MOPSI of the incident in Bansang and Armitage. It was NAPSA, myself, that notified the ministry about it. With their commitment, they were there to making sure that we have achieved what we ought to achieve to the interest of the students. We went there. We didn't wait for anybody to tell us that. We staged activities, programs for the students, a lot of programs, capacity building, leadership trainings, a lot of them for the students, complementing the efforts of government. We conduct countrywide tours in a bid to addressing certain burning issues affecting the lives of students. And among them, like I said, is to instill the attitude of discipline in the minds of students, in the minds of young people, who are supposed to be, in fact, who are already the flag bearers of this country. This is what we do, and is in complement to the efforts of government. And with 11 years, we have succeeded in doing that, thanks to the Almighty Allah. But alongside that, we will want to commend the government as well. Because if you want to compliment the effort of somebody, it should be recognized. What we've seen is actually a progressive government. We want to commend the commitment that is in MOPSI. When we conduct tours, we will highlight all the issues that we've found out alongside, constraints affecting the lives of students. We will compile a report and send it to the ministry. The ministry will take concern, about them. So this is the dialogue that is between NAPSA and the ministry. We are not a student union that believes, in the idea of, leading protest, violence against government. We don't believe that, and it has to be very, very clear, because that is not the road towards development that is sustainable. Before development is sustainable, there should be participation from young people, and as well positively. This is why we have continued to enjoy the peace and stability that the country is enjoying in.
This is the interview, and I am talking to Jarga Gay, Chairman of the National Patriotic Students Association, who are marking their 11th anniversary on Friday, the 10th of August. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Are you not disappointed with the Gambia not registering success in sports? And we expect young people from the school-going age to be the suppliers of players. Under 17, for example, the under 20, even at the senior level, we are all looking forward to our youths.
Of course. NAPSA is a member of the Task Force Committee for Senior Secondary School Sports. So we know what happens as far as sports in the senior secondary schools is concerned. We are aware about it. And of recently, the recently concluded inter-schools competition, we've seen young people that have the potentials to represent this country at any sporting activity. We have seen that happening. It's just about getting to the grassroots, setting things the way they are supposed to be done, to avoid going up and as well coming down. When we go up, we should endeavor to make sure we remain there. In fact, take it to the higher heights. So all these are structures that I suppose needs to be set in place to guarantee the sustainability of our progress in the sporting activities. That is it. And in the senior secondary schools, we are doing great. We are doing enough. we're trying to support